these guys kept getting more and more, let's say, aggressive for their advocacy for basically disarming the populace in America because they were given leeway over the last centuries. This includes your beloved Donald Trump and his bump stock ban, which was not just a bump stock ban. In fact, it was far worse, considering that it doubled down on the National Firearms Act and essentially made it illegal if the feds wanted to classify your gun because whatever attachment that you had on it was able to change the rate of fire, and they can now label it as a machine gun. You can criminalize large swaths of people. All those concessions were made because idiots who were in on it acted as if, well, those concessions were made and it will shut up the left, who is constantly trying to advocate for some sort of gun control. It never does that. All you do is move further towards what they want. You do not stop them from advocating said thing. So they get more and more emboldened. There'll be whatever tragic situation. The left has no problem utilizing the definitely dead children to advocate criminalizing, and let's word it as such, criminalizing innocent people. That's what you advocate if you are advocating, let's say, a ban on AR-15s and all of that. We covered the other day Beta O'Rourke, who said that you shouldn't be able to have them if you already have them. I don't think these idiots have actually thought it all the way through as far as what that means. Now, they are already aggressive pieces of trash. They are the aggressors here. They are the bad guys. You do not just get to say, well, to protect my own, I guess they look at it like they are protecting other people, but they aren't protecting other people because criminals don't give a damn about what it is that they advocate anyway. All they're doing is effectively criminalizing everybody else, but they think all of that is justified because of a headline, because it presents them as moral people, because it presents them as righteous people. They are the aggressors, and they have not actually thought it through because they've not been forced to have to talk about this. What if the populace says no? See, they think of it like, well, or they, I guess, are in this kind of realm where if they up and ban, let's say AR-15s, everybody with them would either turn them in or something of that nature. No. What if they don't? Then what? What if you go to someone or you sending the agents of the state and they say no? Then what? What happens? See, they aren't forced to ask those questions or answer those questions because, well, nobody's really proposing them. They are ultimately, no matter how they like to look at themselves as, well, we're trying to prevent something here, they are aggressive pieces of shit at the end of the day. And yes, they will use the state to kill you if it meant doing exactly that. They just don't have to say that. Here's to Whoopi Goldberg. She's ranted about this topic and many others before. And let's listen to her on The View. You know, it's out there for whatever reason. This show, somebody's, I guess, still watching this show. So we're going to listen to what they had to say on The View right here, and then listen to what Whoopi Goldberg said about AR-15. Let's listen in on that right now.
About what's going on here that's leading them to that.
You got to do is keep the guns.
Yes,
keep
but
the guns out.
I understand. Listen, I understand that, but it's not as easy when you have a country that has more guns than people. You're not going to be able to just ban all the guns.
It is easy, but the things that you could say to people, which we don't say on this show, the things you could wish on people that we don't wish on this show to people, because we know. We've all met people who have had to deal with the death of a loved one at the hands of a gun.
100%.
And you can say, well, I wish they had more mental health checking. But people who don't see the need to remove one gun, but the people who don't see a need to remove that will never see the need to make sure that people get the help.
The other side of it is that even if you remove the AR-15, then they can use handguns. Virginia Tech, the guy used handguns.
But you know what? Let me tell you, a handgun does not turn people to dust.
That's true. I agree with you.
Well, all right, first of all, what the fuck are you? See, this is the thing about these sorts of people, because the people that they get on there to act as if they are the opposition are really just placebos, right? They're just there just to be there. And that's what this chick is supposed to be that's arguing with her, is acting as if she's making a good argument, but her argument is shit. This heifer just said that AR-15s, they said, but the handguns don't turn people to dust. What are you talking about? I was not aware that I had some sort of weaponry because I have AR-15s, and I wasn't aware that I could shoot that damn gun, and it basically is effectively a vaporizer. I was not aware that was capable of doing that. If someone can please email me how I can do that with my particular AR-15, please email me on what attachment that I need to get that somehow turns the AR-15 into a vaporizer, essentially, and it turns folks into dust. That is impressive, and I was not aware that I had a gun that was capable of doing that. All sarcasm aside, Whoopi Goldberg is fucking retarded. I don't know what to tell you. She's retarded. Other than that, because she doesn't know what she's talking about. First of all, Whoopi Goldberg, what you may have not understood, the vast majority of people that die to a firearm die to handguns. Rifles like the AR-15, I believe, according to the last numbers that we had from your beloved handlers, more people die from cutting objects than they do from rifles. What on earth are you talking about? See, what she says, I expect that stupidity. But she got a bunch of seals that are clapping, acting as if she made a good point. And the person that they have on the show, which is supposed to act as, well, the person on the other side of the aisle, sits there and says, I agree with you. Though she said something that is not only objectively false, it's a retarded position. You have to be retarded. You have to have some sort of mental deficiency to believe that shit was true. I'll hear her out and the rest of what she had to say, though, as these seals clap behind her.
But that's why it's start with the first thing that can eliminate a child. You know how big a child's body is?
Wait a minute. We heard from, I think, both of you yesterday, the statistical information of the time that these things were banned, and then what happened afterwards when the ban was lifted.
But when they were banned, the numbers of mass shootings did go down. There's a correlation. When the ban expired, they spiked.
It's the guns.
It depends on how you define mass shootings, because you still have people shooting in the inner cities. It's different than this.
It's one gun. We're saying take one gun out of the plethora of guns that are out there.
So then what happens to the black market then? So we say we ban the AR-15. There are more AR-15s are the most popular weapon in this country.
Well, you know what, Tara? I'll tell you what happens.
I'm just saying
I'm going to tell you what happens. The same thing that happens that is being threatened to women who decide maybe I need to go talk to somebody about an abortion. Where they say, report them and we'll put them in jail. That's what. You get have to be enforced.
See, these people are evil, bro. I'm just going to give it to you straight. They're evil. They're evil, aggressive pieces of shit. Do not allow these people to control the conversation. This is where a lot of people that advocate gun rights, where they mess up, because they try to definitely you centrist pieces of shit that act like what both of you guys have a good point. That side, there has to be some sort of compromise. I believe in gun rights, but maybe we should ban this, or there should be more background checks. So shut the fuck up. See, what you pieces of garbage allowed these folks to do is to control the conversation. So they were able to present themselves and their side as the folks that, were one, morally righteous, but they weren't violent. She's advocating violence. And I'm not saying it in a roundabout way. She is literally, by textbook definition, advocating violence upon peaceful people. I'll tell you what happens. Whoopi Goldberg, once she just flat out said it, taking people to jail in the event that they had it. That's the part of the gun right conversation that the folks that want to ban guns that are already out there, meaning millions of people own them, Okay. And they would rather, just like that, sweeping legislation, turn all of those people into criminals. Again, those folks, those guns just don't disappear with the legislation. What happens is you've effectively made them criminals. So now what? Are you going to act upon that? And if your answer is yes, you're a violent piece of trash. Period. They don't want to say that, but that's what it means. Because of course, folks aren't just gonna say, well, here you go, right? No, it's like, well, wait a minute, fuck you. And you would use the state and its agents, and they would do it. So if this was somehow, let's say it's not gonna happen. I think you'll get secession before some shit like this happened, definitely at the federal level. If something like this happened, though, and you didn't criminalize all of these fucking people, best believe those state agents that a lot of y'all worship would go enforce them. They already enforced them now. The gun laws that are on the books, the vast amounts of people, your beloved Constitution, where you say my gun rights and all of that, well, that's already been tread upon, and the biggest treaders are the police. They've been doing it. If you don't think that they would do this as well, much like all the other red flag laws that have gotten people killed, by the way, you're in for a rude awakening. Those and the folks that act like they're anti-police would have no problem sending them to go fuck you up in the event that, well, we've passed this and it's time to collect. They're violent, but they have no problem using dead children to present themselves if their violence is justified, even though they are the aggressors here. I haven't done anything to anybody. My AR-15 has not got up out of this bitch and started shooting places up. They have not done that. So they are advocating a peaceful person like myself and other folks that are out there be criminalized. You are the aggressor. And I think they should be answering to that shit. And what I mean by that is that instead of gearing these conversations and trying to be on the defense all the time, make them extend their shit to the logical conclusion and make them have to flat out say it. Stop hiding behind this, well, we're doing it to save lives. No. How about you flat out say it? Okay, I propose to, I get what you're saying. You want to ban this. Okay, what happens in the event that you ban this? We know there are millions, right now, factually speaking, there are millions of them out there. What happens to those people? Really, that we don't even propose that question to them. Fuck the, I know people talk about the black market. How about them? Let's just say this. There are people out there right now that have them, factually speaking, that have AR-15s. You want them banned. What happens to those people that have them? Not the ones that haven't been bought yet. What about the ones that are already on the street? What do you think should happen to them? Let them have to spell it all the way out. And once they do, they'll have to concede one thing. They are willing to fucking kill you over this. Period. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, ericdjuly.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.